Athletes go on an essential journey that humbles and teaches them every step of the way.
The lessons learned along the journey of high school sports are about so much more than just the game. Student athletes learn how to persevere through adversity, never give up, and to get better every day.
This second classroom teaches the skills, behaviors, and attitudes student athletes need to be successful on the playing field and in life.
There's no better training ground for today's teens on their way to becoming tomorrow's leaders. Support the vital work of education-based athletics by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events.
This is keeping education in front of athletics. This is the journey of high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Who has shingles?
This is
for
how
3
we have
months?
to get her in there.
There's Chucky
Here's a
Schumer out
sign
there
where
that
you might need to retire.
Well, you know what this is, though, Greg. Let's look at the bigger point. The Democrats are saying, they let dead people vote.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
That's a great point.
come on, and they're saying, look, as long as you're still breathing, you better get in here and cast that
that's
Democratic
all it
vote.
is. I mean, there's no reason for her to be working.
Again, I have to look. Politics aside, you can elect who you want to.
Absolutely,
But how
you
do I
can.
go to the ballot box and go? I need her to represent me in her current state.
Bubba,
I mean,
they put Fetterman
That's
in.
what I was going to say.
The
The
Fetterman
same people that put
Fetterman is
Fetterman in.
Joe
Yeah.
Biden is in.
Yeah, because see, Bubba, and I know it's hard to understand, but to
No more
them,
bizarre.
to them, they don't look at her.
It's Coach Dearman.
Oh my!
You say, give me a timeout.
You know, Bubba,
About
that picture.
Well, he did it another way,
Yeah, I know.
but we kept going. You can't do it. That
See, they
finger.
don't look to her. And I know it's hard for us to comprehend. They don't look to her as representing them. It's their agenda that they want in that seat to push through.
But she can't.
They couldn't care
she
less
can't get in
about
there to
her,
vote.
Fetterman. They don't care about
keep
any
willing
of
her
that.
in there until she goes on like they did Ruth
Look,
Bader Ginsburg.
For the Democrats, though, they have been unable to get some judges approved because she wasn't there to vote. They didn't have the numbers they needed on the committee to move people through.
I've met plenty of young, stupid, healthy people
Oh, yeah.
that would still vote the same way.
Sure.
You don't have to do this.
They have had actually within the Capitol. They've had a system to make sure she doesn't walk the halls. Of course, she's not walking the halls now, but by herself. They've had this for a long time. They've had like an aide on hand so that they can block reporters because she's regularly come out and said things that are just inaccurate and wrong, and then they'd have to go back and clarify. She said this, but it was actually this. This has been going on for a long, long time.
Can I? I know we need to get this other story, but can I listen to the reporter's response when she says, because he thinks, you've been working from home, and he thinks he's okay there, and he's going to finally clarify what she means, and then it's almost like he doesn't know what to say after that. All right, here it is again. Listen to this.
What have you heard?
What have I heard about what?
About your return. How have they felt about your
No,
return?
I haven't been gone.
Okay.
You should follow me. I haven't been gone. I've been working.
You've been working from home, is what you're saying?
No, I've been here. I've been voting. Please, either no or don't.
Did you hear his He went you haven't.
Either no or don't vote.
Also the okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Walk that out for me.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Should I also pet the dog you don't see?
Well, either no or don't know.
Right.
I do know you weren't here. So anyway.
I do know.
I actually do. That's kind of why I'm asking.
Kind of seeing you be dropped off right now.
Yeah, we saw you show up.
Right.
Chuck Schumer was out there to welcome you back.
Yeah.
Right.
I see the welcome back Diane's banner. Okay, they wouldn't be welcoming you back if you never left.
Nope.
Oh, gracious.
Rick,
alive.
also on Capitol Hill.
Wow.
Florida Representative Anna Luna filed a resolution on Wednesday to expel Representative Adam Schiff, formerly the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, from Congress, alleging that he pushed a false narrative to the American people in the Trump-Russia investigation. Adam Schiff lied to the American people. He used his position on the House Intelligence to push a lie that cost American taxpayers millions of dollars and abused the trust placed in him as chairman. He is a dishonor to the House of Representatives, Luna said in a press release on Wednesday.
Can I also add
This
to
is
that?
Shifty Schiff.
Yeah,
Remember
can I
him?
also
Shifty
add
Schiff.
to that? And always looked really creepy doing it.
Yeah.
His crazy eyes.
Yeah, never blink.
Have you ever seen the ones they put out on back when he used to wear a mask everywhere? You know, another ridiculous narrative they had out there. I mean, his eyes were always buggy and weird. It's like, couldn't we find somebody that doesn't look so creepy, even to do a false narrative?
Do you remember too? He would go on all the talk shows and he would say, "Y'all just wait. I can't tell you all this evidence because it's classified, but he is guilty beyond. You're not going to believe how guilty he is." You ain't going to believe it. The Durham report made it clear that the Russia collusion was a lie from day one and that Schiff knowingly used his position in an attempt to divide our country, she said. I couldn't agree more.
So this is what's frustrating as a citizen. And, Greg, I can already feel your frustration flowing, and it's not just puppies, okay? What are we supposed to do when something like this report comes out and it clearly shows that this was total political garbage? We have the evidence in front of us, and then the people who are busted go, "No, it's just not true."
Yeah.
So where do you go now? So isn't the whole thing to make a case against somebody to gather the evidence, and then you gather all the evidence and they go, "No, it's just not true."
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of people in our society that way now, Rick. Several topics. One I will not mention.
Right.
Has to do with things being flat.
It does. But it also goes back to, don't they have to prove, they also, wouldn't we say, well, at least there's evidence that it's not true. Y'all have never produced an ounce of evidence that it was true.
Yeah.
And what you did produce turned out to be manufactured and fake.
You know, if a candidate
I don't know what to say. True. You can be anti-Trump, but this thing was garbage.
Yeah. If you want to make up something and you're a candidate about your opponent, I don't think that shows you're morally a good person to be elected, but it's certainly your prerogative to do that. Hillary did that. But the thing that is so scary about this, they briefed the president, the vice president, the attorney general, head of the CIA, FBI, to let everybody know what was going on, and nobody did anything about it. And then, like Schiff, he kept just pushing this, pushing this. They wanted a special investigator. We got to investigate. We got to prosecute. Well, they got a special investigator, and he come back and said the whole thing's made up.
And then they say, well, he don't have it right. So, I mean, when you're trying to get to the ball game and you hear this, you're like, so who's telling the truth?
And good news, Schiff is going to run for Dianne Feinstein's spot.
Rick and Bubba. Kentuckiana's home for the best rock classics 24/7, 365, 97.9 WSLM.
America is my home. Sweet iced tea and cherry leaf. Daytona Beach, that's what gets to me. I can feel it in my bones. Smooth as a hickory wind that blows from Memphis down to Appalachian cola. How y'all did you eat? Well, come on in, child. Sure glad to know.
This is a very special day. The breeze took the clouds all away. It swept the sky like a broom and got ready for a very special day. This is a very special time. Show me a hill I can climb. Give me a mountain to move, and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way, that this is a very special day.
A very special day it is, and want to welcome everyone on a terrific Thursday. That means my partner in crime, my coach this morning, is Autumn Scott Hall. Good morning, Autumn.
Good morning.
Happy
Good
Thursday.
Morning. It is Thursday. It's going to be a beautiful day. Sun shining, rain's gone.
We got a busy morning this morning. Autumn, we're going to be all over the page. We do have in the studio, we have Andy Bush, and he's going to be he is the Veteran Service Officer, and he's going to be talking about Memorial Day coming up.
Good morning, Becky.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're also going to be talking from McDonald's. We're going to be talking. I'm loving it this morning, and our McDonald's coffee got it going over here, and like none other. And
I would take a delivery. They don't need to call. They can just come in person.
And bring some of those Krispy Kremes, right? Everybody, yeah, bring some of the Krispy Kremes and come on over. We can talk, right?
We can talk.
We can talk. Sounds good.
Anybody brings me coffee, I will talk, but I know who else I love to talk about.
I know, Autumn.
Our coffee club sponsors: Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Fantastic Sam's, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Po' Boys Barbecue, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn.
Yay! Thank you to our great sponsors. Guys, it's going to be a beautiful day, another beautiful day in the neighborhood. We got some sunshine coming up and liking that, and we could be a little bit spoiled. So before we jump in, to find out Joanne, it's going to be calling them. And before we talk to Joanne, let's go ahead and see what today is. And she should be calling any minute. And we'll find out what's happening at McDonald's. And don't forget, they are going to be doing some hiring is what we're going to be talking about today, okay? So, and the job opportunities there. I hope everyone has that app. Do you guys all have the McDonald's app?
Sure.
Sure.
I don't.
Do you really not?
I don't.
There are so many savings. I feel like...
I know, and every time I think, I should do the app, but I can't handle all the clutter on my phone. I can't do it. I just, it stresses me out. I don't want anything on my phone I don't have to have on my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it stresses me out.
Oh, wow. Well, I was going to say is I will take that clutter.
Yeah,
I embrace it.
And then I have a friend who is always like, I can't believe you don't have the app. There are such great savings on the app. And I'm like, well, then just order for me. Just do it for me.
This should be Joanne right now. Let's see if it is. Good morning. Is this Joanne?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Joanne. Of course, it's Becky. I also have Autumn and Andy in the studio with us. And good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Cartoon show.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I'm hearing us in the background. Yeah. All right. So, Joanne, good morning. And are you actually at McDonald's this morning?
Not yet. But Sunny has already been there this morning and already out onto another one this morning. So.
Well, I want to say, Sunny, yesterday I was there, and Sunny makes you feel like you're at a five-star restaurant. You know, the way he takes care of you. I love it. I love everything that goes on with the McDonald's here in Salem.
Wonderful. Well, we just wanted to call in and talk to you a little bit about this morning that we're hiring. McDonald's across Kentucky and Southern Indiana are looking to fill 850 positions this summer. So we've got a lot of opportunities out there. You know, Sonny and I are a story that we both started as 16-year-olds and worked our way up to the top of our company, and we're just very proud, and we'd like to share that the opportunities are endless, whether you just are looking for a summer job or whether you're looking to move into management. And further on up the ladder, we have a lot of opportunities throughout our organization. We actually have 10 restaurants, but every one of those are in the local community where we offer those jobs that are close to home. So we're very much looking forward to hiring for the summer for those teenagers, and then also day shift. We have maintenance positions available. So we have a lot of different range across, and then many of our locations are looking to go 24 hours. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights, we're looking for people that want to work that overnight shift, and that's kind of a specialty shift where they only need to work 3 days a week, and can have the flexibility there to be off the other 4 days.
Right, and you have some really great opportunities too, Joanne. Let's talk about, like, of course, the 10 different McDonald's. It's always nice when you have local people working, and when you come in and you see that smile and somebody that you know, that friendly face.
Yes, absolutely. We really do try to hire within the community and hire those that are, that are familiar with at least getting to know the public, that are comfortable in that, and we just want to welcome our guests in every day, and we just have some great staff out there that are literally just enjoying their job, and we want to spread the word about that and what great employees that we do have.
I think learning the McDonald's way and learning all that you can learn about the McDonald's, because we know McDonald's is so successful. There's some great learning opportunities. There's some great growth and moving up the chain and becoming maybe a store manager, or I guess whatever you want to do in your career.
Yes, there really is no limit to what you can do with McDonald's, and every step of the way we try to promote from within, so that we give those opportunities from our newest crew person to crew trainer, and then on to shift leaders and department managers, and then there's just an endless opportunity of learning and growing throughout our company.
Right. So it's actually whatever you want to put into it, and as far as you want to go with it.
That is exactly right. And with each one of those promotions comes an increase in pay, which is also very important to all of our people.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and you guys you've upped the pay. We know that a lot of places have, but I know McDonald's, you guys made the headlines, that you guys were, staying right there and being very competitive in your wages.
Yes, we're very competitive with not only the local markets, but then we want to add a premium onto that. That if they learn and develop and grow, that we actually offer a ladder of pay above that as well, with those growth opportunities. And our top performers are if they're in the top 20% of performing metrics, then we're going to do an additional increase on top of that for our top performing people. So it really is a pay by performance, and you really do get out what you put into it.
Yeah, I agree. Now, Joanne, if someone's listening and they would like, maybe a new career and maybe become a part of the McDonald's family, how do they do that?
They can just text the word apply to 38000, and then pick the location that's best for them, and that helps them to build a personal schedule, and they'll actually be going through the interview and hiring process online, and then we just kind of take it from there and set up an in-person interview after that. So just text the word to apply to 38000 to join our team today.
Well, and there's so many different jobs there, actually, if you work at the restaurant. You think about that. So if maybe you don't want to be that person that's working a register, but, there's so many, you could be in the back building.
Oh, absolutely. We have employees that do our local marketing. We have employees that do scheduling from home. We have employees that are, working just the back line. We have some that just love that back booth area where they're just taking orders and cash, and it's very customer focused, and they're back there with just one other person, and they're just doing their thing all day long, and our customers love that attention, that one-on-one kind of attention that they get from that. But beyond that, we have a lot of planned maintenance. We have a lot of cleanliness and those types of jobs, and we can just tailor this to whatever somebody wants to do in the restaurant. we can be very flexible to meet the needs of whatever it is that they enjoy the most. We want to continue to allow them to do that and provide those little opportunities that are unique to them. Some of our stores are looking for hostesses that just assist out in that lobby, and they're out in the lobby all day, not cleaning and taking care of the lobby. We have somebody else for that, but just being focused on that customer service. So there is a spot for everyone, and if you don't want to deal with the customers, you can go back there and you can cook French fries, or you can cook our wonderful chicken nuggets. There's a lot of different opportunities.
Right, and then also, those great birthday parties too. Those are Renee does a great job here at Salem.
Yes, Renee. We were actually there over the weekend at a birthday party, and every parking spot was full in the entire restaurant, and every seat in the restaurant was full when we were there during a birthday party. So, and those little kids, they love that. They absolutely love the opportunity to have a birthday party. So, yeah, Renee is a great contact for that.
Yeah, we've hosted them. We've had them there, and I tell you what, it's a win-win. You walk out and you don't have to clean up. everybody's fed.
There.
Well, no, you get food, you got cake, you got activity, fun. It's to me the way to go.
Yes, absolutely. We had one of our daughters just turned 21, and we actually got her a McDonald's birthday cake for her birthday, and she was so excited. So, it is, there's a lot that are hidden gems there with McDonald's and those birthday parties, and just having that flexibility for the kids to just come in and kind of run and do their thing, and the parents can not have to worry about it. We take care of everything from the food to a gift to the birthday cake and everything else, and Renee just does an outstanding job with that.
She sure does. Yeah, for sure. Well, Joanne, listen, I'm so glad that you joined us this morning. We want to encourage everyone. We're still spring, going to be entering into summer before too long, and we know that summer means a lot of activities going on. So this would be a great opportunity for someone to jump in and become part of the McDonald's team.
Yes, and we're looking for people of all ages, 14 and all the way up. We have some senior citizens that absolutely love their time with us, that maybe only work 4 hours at a time, and they're loving it too. So, we have whether it's a summer job, something on the side like a second job, or just a career. We have a lot of options and a lot of opportunities.
I love it. Well, you guys, we love our McDonald's, and I know there's some other great ones in other communities, but we're kind of very spoiled at ours. We're very spoiled.
Yes.
So we're very grateful.
Well, thank you so much, Becky, and I tell you what, we love our customers here in Salem. Absolutely.
We know that. We'll keep up the great work. We'll keep talking about it. We know there's big promotions going on today and tomorrow. We'll keep reminding everybody this great career opportunity, job opportunities, and like you said, it could be a side hustle or it can be a full-time job. Whatever you want to go.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank
Becky.
you, Joanne. Best day ever. Have a great one,
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Very good. And I make those Big Macs. Autumn passed the pickles. Okay.
I actually have a birthday party there next weekend. So.
I'm telling you, it was the way to go. We had we walked in, and walked out, and didn't have to do.
I don't need one more thing to stress about.
No, and we had great food.
Here's my check. Just take care of it.
No, it was and here's the thing: you have climate control. Yeah. Because if you're at home, well, first of all, I didn't have to rush around trying to clean up my house, right?
Yeah.
You know how that is. People are coming.
Sissy baby likes you, Andy.
Sorry. That's why we're in this mess.
She's chilling.
So then, then they always give a nice. Renee gives you a child a gift. You get the cake. It is a win-win.
Yeah.
And the McDonald's cake. It was on TikTok about how good their cakes are. They really are.
And I will say this: I don't know any kid.
Yeah.
And I mean this. I don't know any kid that'd be like, "Oh man, we have my birthday party at McDonald's."
No.
Like. Yeah. Like I don't know. I think kids come out of the womb ingrained that McDonald's
absolutely.
Yeah.
I know I did. I love McDonald's. But anyway, so yes, the birthday parties are great, and the climate control. You don't have to worry about the heat. You don't have to worry about the, rain, anything. So, and with this Kentuckiana weather, you never know what's going to be happening.
That's actually true.
Right. But we are hoping and wishing and praying for some good weather for Memorial Day, right?
Yes, absolutely. I hope it's a great day.
All right, tell us a little about yourself for those that maybe do not know.
Oh, I'm a fairly new VSO for the county. I took over for Kevin Bateman. He did a great job, and I'm hoping to hopefully continue to do so and keep the office running. We're trying to get more benefits for all of our veterans out there. I know the PACT Act just improved. They just came out with it and added some more conditions that they're going to cover. So if anybody ever applied for benefits in the past and were denied, they could always come and reapply and see what's out there. The VA has definitely changed over the years. They have definitely improved in these last 4 or 5 years, probably, compared to 10 or 15 years ago. So, yes, what we're trying to do is just help all of our veterans. We're in a community that has a lot of veterans. They're starting to get a little age on them.
Yeah.
We are got very few of the World War II veterans left. The Korean veterans are starting to get some age on them as well. So, and we're trying to take care of anybody and everybody, no matter what your age is, whether you're, 21 and just got out of the military, or you're, elderly and went in the military, hadn't been in the military over 60 years. There's still benefits out there that you could potentially apply for, and that's what we're trying to do, is just educate people. There's a lot of folks that don't know that these benefits are out there, even beyond the veteran, to the spouses or to the widows or whatever the case may be. There's some stuff out there that we can try to apply for. So yeah.
Well, and I think I would even go a step further and say I still run into a lot of people who don't even realize you guys are at the courthouse.
Yeah.
I'm like, just walk across the street and go talk to them.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that, we have an office here. I'm like, yes, go. They're great. They'll help you.
Yeah.
Like, they don't realize you guys are located.
What's
right
funny
here.
is I tell I'm getting older. I see a veteran wearing a World War II hat or a Vietnam hat or whatever, and I always go up to them and thank them for their service, and then tell them who I am.
Yeah.
Do you know that there's benefits out there or whatever? So, and then sometimes when you see two people talking, another person will see that, another veteran will come over, and just try to network. And that's what I'm trying to do, is just get my name out there and what we can do and what we're bringing into this community. Mm-hmm. I work for the commissioners, so I work for the county, and I brought to their attention the kind of compensation, dollars, the kind of compensation that my office brings into this community, and my job is to bring in as much as possible. Mm-hmm. So we help everybody. Sometimes we get residents that are maybe not from our county, that maybe live on the county line or whatever. So, we're here to help our service our Washington County veterans, but I'm not going to turn anybody away, So yeah, that's what we're here for.
Well, I was going to say, because I think, I'm going to throw a little caveat in here. My dad is not from this county, but he prefers the Salem office.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, and he drives here to do that. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and like I say, I'm full time, and then I got Ricky Smith in there. He's part time, but we're pretty much, somebody's in that office 5 days a week, 8 to 4. If we're busy with somebody doesn't answer the phone, just leave a message, kind of thing. I call people right back as soon as somebody walks out of the office. We take walk-ins. I prefer appointments because I prefer appointments because somebody does a walk-in on you, and then the next thing you know, it's just like huge thing. It takes like an hour or so. So, it is nice to have it to where I don't get interrupted.
Sure. You want to give whoever you're with full attention and time. Yeah, that makes sense. So, and before we actually started, Autumn was talking about her relationship with you, because Autumn, does house loans, and Autumn, you have some loans that actually help out with
Well, yeah, we do VA loans, and I mean, their office has helped a lot of times if our veterans can't find their DD-214s, or we're trying to get a certificate of eligibility or verification of benefits. It's nice to just be able to walk across and say, hey, here's what I need. Take care of it. Just take care of it.
Did you make an appointment on him?
I did, but now I will. From
I
now
remember the
on.
last,
I kind of felt the vibe that Andy's asking you.
He's side-eyeing me.
Scott, huh?
No,
Coming in.
What I think was really, really rewarding was the last one I remember. That gentleman was so happy.
He's such a good guy.
He never had a home before. Like he never owned.
Made me cry.
Oh yeah, this guy's like 60. Was he probably close to 60? Never owned a home. He just rented, I guess, or whatever. And we went round and round trying to get his paperwork and everything, and then
And it was
he
done
came
very
back
quickly.
Yeah, it
I
was.
was very
yeah.
impressed at how quickly, because I'm thinking, and I even told him, I said, hey, it can take a couple of weeks. Don't worry. Like, just be patient. I had it like 48 hours, and I was like, whoa.
Whoa, hello.
And he came back over, like
Oh.
after he got it all, he came back to my office and showed me his house key.
Yeah.
Like he was that kind of
That's
happy.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So it's rewarding whenever we help somebody. I just won an award for a widow that the husband had passed away in 2017, and they never got anything. And so anyway, we did all the paperwork and ended up winning her. She came in with this letter, and it was like, so I get this one time? And I said, no. I said, that's how much you're going to get every month for the rest of your life. Yeah. And it's 3 times what she was living on with her own Social Security. So it was like life-changing.
Yeah.
You know.
Because she was probably literally scratching pennies at that point.
Yeah. So it's definitely a rewarding job. Now there's some sad cases and sad stories and stuff like that. There always is. But what keeps us going is we're going to win cases for people. You know, we're going to win this claim for this veteran, or we're going to do everything we can to win this claim for this widow, or whatever the case may be. So that's why the rewarding piece of this job, you know, is trying to help our citizens. That they look you in the eye like they're coming in there with a piece of paper, or they're coming in there with their hands up in the air because they don't know what to do. So, and that's what we're trying to do, is just to educate.
And I think that's important, because I think you have a lot of people that's like, this is what I want, but I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
And so to even be able to be that liaison of, this is where you start, and this is what we need to do to help.
And some folks, you know, they just need guidance. You know, you got some of your ones that are a little more tech savvy, will call or email us and just ask, where do I go? And obviously the main site is va.gov, you know, if you want to do it yourself. Or, you know, we provide the service. You can come in and we'll do it for you. So.
Yeah, VA.gov has a lot, though. It
But
can be overwhelming.
Yeah,
I mean, it can be very overwhelming.
Well, especially when you don't know what you're looking for, and you know, and if you got it. I think too, like a lot of times people don't realize that there's opportunities out there.
Yes. Oh, actually, something else that a lot of people don't realize is the VA is, you have compensation. That's where they will literally pay you for breaking you. Okay, that's essentially what that is. If the military breaks you, that's what the thing is called, compensation.
So
they're
when
going
you
to compensate
put your body on the line for your duration of service.
Yeah, that's one piece of the puzzle. There's VA health care. If you're rated, it doesn't matter what your rating is, but if you're rated with so much disability, you can apply for VA health care. That's another section of VA. And then a third element of VA is VA pension. VA pension is more needs-based. As far as that goes, you know, not everybody's going to qualify for the VA pension, and that's nothing. That's not your military retirement. That's separate. But like I said, there's 3 huge elements of the VA, and the one that we see the most of in my office is VA compensation. That's where, you know, that's a paycheck in your bank account, where they're compensating you for whatever disability that they cause, that the military caused. And like I said, with everything changing, it's still evolving as far as the presumptive conditions. That keeps growing. Where previously somebody might have had something and they were denied, they need to reapply. Just because especially if it's been more than 5 years, 2 to 5 years, because the PACT Act changed in 2022, August 10th of 2022, I believe is when it was. They've added some more presumptive conditions. Hypertension was one that they used to not cover, which hypertension is high blood pressure. Sure. It's now covered. Oh, wow. And a lot of people have high blood pressure.
Yeah.
Now you have to be able, the VA has to be able to tie that back to service. But if you served in Vietnam, it's presumptive. You know, if you was in the waters or on land in Vietnam, it's looking like they're winning a lot of cases with that. But like I said, the burden of proof is on the VA. You submit your 214. We have some certain documents that we submit, and we put it on the VA doctors to tie what's wrong with you to, the military caused it. So now we're going to compensate you for it. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting, and it's always you're never going to always know the whole job. Like you're always learning new stuff. I'm in the middle of a training thing right now that I've been in the job for 6 months, and I'm learning some stuff just doing this training. It's like, oh, I need to do that next time. Like, and that's another thing. If we do something and we don't win a case, you're going to get a letter saying you need X, Y, and Z. You bring that back to me, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. We're going to do everything we can because that's our job. That's my job.
Conditional approval.
Yes. I mean, we're going to do is anything
it's not yet.
we can.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. It's a journey.
Yeah. And it's frustrating because we'll fill out the form, send it, veteran will get a letter. No, you need to fill this form out. I'll fill this form out for them. They'll get another letter. No, you need to fill it. And so sometimes it's frustrating. And
red tape.
It is very frustrating. I tell folks, just, you got to stay the course.
Do you want here's what I tell people. You can have this if you want. I always tell them, let me stress for you.
Oh, yeah. That's what.
Stress for you.
Yeah. Oh, sometimes I can see the frustration, and I'm reading the letter, and it's contradicting itself, and then I'll call the VA for them.
Yeah.
And we were on hold the other day. The veteran was getting frustrated. Heck, he's wanting to leave.
Yeah.
I said, don't, just hang on. And we stayed online. We stayed on hold. Finally, somebody come on. And then they were like, oh, no, you need to call this other section.
Oh, I hate when
And so, but the guy we finally got where we needed. But it took another 30 minutes. But,
that's just...
See, that's when you need to have a fridge with some alcohol, some adult beverages, maybe some
sandwiches, little sandwiches.
Here.
I try to play it off. It's so frustrating. At a point, it gets comical.
Yeah,
and
that is true.
So that's how I try to keep it light, especially when I can see the frustration building in somebody's, demeanor.
Yeah.
And or you got the other type. You got the other ones that they really are sick or they really are, getting beat down. So I try to set the mood depending on who's in the office. Because that's what we're doing. We help people. We've even had to go out to folks' houses that can't get out, not very mobile. So we can, because I got to have signature. The biggest thing is you got to have that signature from the veteran.
Yeah.
Now, if they get to a point where they can't, there's paperwork that you have to do to switch that over or whatever, so somebody else can sign for you. But for the most part, the VA wants the veteran signature. Right. When we're filling out documents, I can fill it all out for you. And that's what we do sometimes. We'll fill out documents and then maybe run out to the car if it's somebody can't get out of the vehicle, or if need be, go to someone's house or whatever. So
that's nice.
We're trying to be
extra step.
Yeah, we try to do everything we can to accommodate folks. Also, we haul folks to medical appointments, VA medical appointments.
That. Yes.
Yeah, I've got 4 wonderful drivers. Right now, we've only got 1 DAV van. But I was informed about 3 weeks ago at the DAV annual meeting that our state has purchased the portion that we would normally have to raise the money for, and we're getting a second DAV vehicle at the end of the year.
Awesome.
And I want to have a ribbon cutting kind of thing or whatever over at the sheriff's department. I got to talk to the sheriff and park both DAV vehicles there and my drivers, and maybe get some pictures and
I'd love to do that. Yeah, I think that's great. I know
That's
you've
huge.
been wanting this. This has been
Yes.
this is he's been since he got in office, you've been talking about that. The need for that.
Yeah. So what we're doing, we were going to have to raise the DAV. It's a super good deal. You're getting a $40,000 vehicle, but they were going to charge us $22,000, and so I was going to have to raise $22,000 out of this community between the county councilman or the county commissioners and the businesses and people around town. And before I got that campaign started, there were some phone calls made to Indianapolis, and I've been talking to Louisville and Indianapolis to DAV, And then the Louisville guy told us that he was going to, that the state picked up the 22,000.
Isn't that a blessing?
So,
Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah,
So,
that is now that just don't happen every day.
no.
Yeah.
I'm still like, because they didn't.
He's still waiting to be pinched.
Well, the guy I talked to at the state level, at the Indiana side, he never said anything. You know, like he didn't tell me that. You know, he just said you need to raise $22,000 or whatever. So it was that was pretty wild. Whenever I talked to the guy down in Louisville the other day, it was like, but we have a driver that they love.
Have you told the commissioners?
Yes, I told them.
Let's call them right now. Let's call them. Let's tell them. They would be so.
You told them first.
I know. For some reason, I figured that, but I thought, well, this would be fun morning to call them and, you know, hey, did you know Andy Bush just saved us
$22,000? That's a lot. That's a big chunk.
It is. No, that's very much so.
Look at us saving money in this county.
I like that. Yes. Yeah.
Vehicles.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm all for that. Yeah, I love that.
But the driver, I'm sorry.
That's a blessing. Sorry, we got so excited. We wanted to call the commissioners.
No, actually, the driver that he's been driving for the DAV for a long time, Gene Hoskins is his name.
Mm-hmm.
He got one of the highest. He got one of the highest awards at the DAV the other day for the amount of hours of volunteerism. They keep track of all the miles, all the veterans you haul, and all the trips and stuff. So, yeah, he got a huge award down there in front of, like most everybody down there is out of the Louisville area.
Yeah.
But we have them in Indiana, the southern Indiana section. So, yeah, that was I thought that was pretty cool.
I think it's fantastic. I really do. I think it's wonderful. I'm over the moon on that because I remember actually last time you were in here we talked about that, and that was like a huge amount of money, you know, to raise, and what a blessing. Well, good deal for that. I think we've got so many great things, and I'm all for, you know, they gave the ultimate sacrifice, you know, and I love giving back, you know, and our county, our community is so good. I mean, we have like Meadowview Healthcare Center. They've got that actual VA contract.
Yes.
Which is not every community has that. I mean, that's
that's nice because a lot of that have to go to like the VA hospital in Louisville.
Yes.
Exactly.
And so it's nice to have something.
Yes. So you have Meadowview Healthcare Center that has that. You have Autumn Scott Hall that can help out with VA loans. You know, I mean, this is like, this is a blessing. And then we have Andy Bush going to bat for them, you know what I mean? Going in, and also if they, like, have to go to the doctor, have a medical, you know, this is like...
You have people who can drive them, so...
Yeah, I mean, this is, and this is the way it should be. You know what I mean? This is the way it should be. And, and things are good. I like that, you know?
Yeah, we try to accommodate the medical appointments, especially. Some of them are life or death. You know, when you're talking dialysis type of a situation, you can't miss that. You know, so when they call, no matter how many I have stacked up for that day, we figure it out. And you know, I've had to take. You know, I do have a county vehicle that I can transport. You know, that's not my main job, but if a veteran is going to miss, and I did. I've had to. This past winter, I had to. You know, when the snow and ice was on. You know, luckily we do have a four-wheel drive vehicle that we wouldn't have made it if we didn't have four-wheel drive. So, you know, that's one.
Having fun in the winter weather.
Yeah, it was.
I think people. I mean, like getting places can be very difficult for families. You know, I know my mom was not in the VA, but I know just getting her to her treatments, you know, in Louisville was that was a lot to get, you know, and not that you ever regret doing it. It's just a matter of
it's a lot.
It's a lot,
and it's half your day, or sometimes your whole day. Or,
well, yeah, and then so it's a blessing that we have that service, and some might not have loved ones that they can call on to take them places, you know.
Well, and Andy's their new loved one.
Yeah, like we do. Like I said, I have other drivers. I have 4 drivers, so you know.
That's awesome, though.
So three of them use their own personal vehicles.
Oh.
And they get compensated.
What a community! Yeah, but still, what a community!
Yeah. So, like I said, by getting this second DAV van at the end of the year, then only 2 people will be in personal vehicles, and like I said, the goal is to only use the DAV vehicles, just because of insurance and stuff like that. And them DAV vans do not cost this community anything. The DAV pays the insurance, the maintenance, the gas, the toll. You know, we compensate our drivers, you know, a little bit just for their time. essentially.
So you're going over the new bridge. I just heard
well,
to pay the toll.
To pay the toll.
Well,
going over the nice
and
bridge.
it's shut down. Isn't it? I saw that. It's shut down now for repairs or something. So.
I didn't know that. I just know.
I thought it was just for thunder.
Getting these DAV
maybe you're right.
paid for vehicles is huge because, like I said, we don't have to pay the county. We don't pay anything for that.
Well, and I think that's nice to hear, and I hope we say it louder for the people in the back to hear.
But and that's awesome. That is awesome. But I kind of believe even if we did pay for them, look what they did for us.
Oh no, I think we should.
No, I know.
Yeah,
but I'm saying,
absolutely. But I think that's one blessing that we don't have to.
Right.
On that, and I think that probably makes them feel better. You know what I mean? Because they're not putting any kind of a dollar amount on our county. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, all it is what we're doing is we're providing a service that like you said earlier, everybody before us laid the groundwork. Some of them give the ultimate sacrifice.
Oh, they sure have.
So like I said, if this is just one little thing that I can do is to make sure we get folks to and from their appointments safely, that's what we're going to do.
Right, because I think if you roll back years ago, I remember listening to conversations. He needs to go to the VA hospital, or somebody needs to go to the VA hospital, and and that's something that you can hear in your dialogue, people talking about that. And now we have such a blessing that we can do that. And I know we've done it past, but now we can even do it more, and that's a huge blessing.
Yes, yes.
So, Andy, how many approximately veterans, or is there an amount that you have that in your office that how many veterans come through your office, or do you have that?
Yeah, and that number is we've been asked that before. It's tough to just pull a report because the VA sends out a report, a GDX report, and it shows we have roughly 2,000 that are being compensated. Mm-hmm. Okay, but then I know dozens that are not being compensated. So then you go to the auditor's office and say, okay, how many veterans are listed that own property? Well, not every veteran owns property. Right. So that number, now I can tell you my files, is what we have active files. We have probably close to 4,000 or 5,000 active files. Wow. And then there's probably another 2,000 or 3,000 inactive. I've got files that date back to veterans of the Spanish-American War. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got 2 file cabinets full.
That's crazy.
I don't even know when that was. Yeah. But a long time ago.
Yeah.
But no, so somewhere between 2,000 to 4,000, folks that are active, like I said, and then I'm trying to get the ones that are not being compensated. Right. Why aren't you being compensated? Yeah. Well, I never thought to file. I didn't want to mess with it.
I didn't know I could.
I didn't actually go to Vietnam. Well, you're Vietnam era. I get all these excuses of why somebody doesn't want to file for something, and it's got to be up to you to do it.
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes it can be very a lot of them don't like to talk about it a whole lot.
Yes, I run into that too.
And that's something it's very personal. It was a time in their life that they maybe didn't have a good experience, necessarily, or just a lot to handle. And
and especially the Vietnam era, the folks during that period of time, they did not get treated well. Right. When they got home, when they got off the plane or the bus or whatever, but the world has changed. And I got to get some of them to get that out of that bad taste out of their mouth. And it's hard to do that.
It was traumatic for them.
So, but we're doing everything we can. I mean, you see it in the news. You see it, with the government changing some of the bills and laws and stuff. That I just try to tell them it's not the same world as when you got off the plane, in '75 when the war ended. So, it's one of them things that you just got to get past it. I just try to educate, and that's why we're here.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Spanish-American War, 1898. Just saying.
I did
Google it because I'm like, I can't believe I don't know that.
I know. Well, yeah. I knew it when you said it. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, 1898.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
But I think that just goes to show that we've had people in this county that have always served. They have always sacrificed.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So a lot of great people, and I just think these are some great services, and I really, I feel like they gave the ultimate sacrifice. They've really done, what they did for our country and serving for our country. I think we, give back is just something that should be done. So, what are your hours, Andy, if someone's listening?
8 to 4, Monday through Friday. And like I said, there's pretty much somebody's always there. Just every now and then, if I'm taking care of somebody and Ricky's at an appointment or, something like that, there might be a lag. But like I said, if you'll call and leave a message, we return all phone calls.
You may want to give that number.
Yeah, the office number.
I'm
for the
saving
ones
this in my phone right now.
There you go. I'm so hold. Got you on speed dial.
For the ones that don't know our office, it's 883-2063.
Area code 812.
Yeah, area code 812-883-2063. The phones only work during 8 to 4. That's something we have found, that everything shuts down. So unfortunately, I don't think you can leave a message. Yeah, I don't think you can leave a message like.
So at 4:01.
Yeah.
You're not going to get anything.
Well, I think it's like a 4:15. It's like it's like a.
You got a leeway. We got cushion on each side.
So if it didn't allow you to leave a message, that means it's after hours or whatever. So
4:16. Don't even try.
Yeah, but we're there. We're only off certain holidays, typically the big ones, the government holidays. But yeah, like I said, we're there.
Well, I think, I love that bridge between, the individual and the government and everything. I think we need that bridge. We need some direction and help. And just because you get a letter of saying at this time you didn't qualify or whatever, don't let that discourage you.
Yes.
Andy's here with a cape on. And real superheroes don't wear capes.
That's right.
And so Andy, I'm saying that, but I mean really, Andy, that's such a, and I've told you this on and off the air. I'm so proud of you, and I think that's fantastic that we have this, and we're so blessed to have you, this go-getter, helping out our community and surrounding communities.
Hey, you mentioned something. I've got this huge wooden dog tag on my desk that says, Real heroes wear dog tags, not capes. Wow. You just said that. It's on my desk.
That's awesome. I love that. Well, it's true.
And that is true, yeah.
Very true, very true. So let's go over, we're coming up and we're really excited about the Memorial Day program. So you have to, let's kind of do a little bit of behind the scenes. You have to come up with this whole program, right?
Yes, ma'am. Luckily.
Yes, ma'am. I have records from 1890.
Yes.
I just pull them.
That's right.
So, the groundwork was laid before me. The program is built.
Yeah.
What makes it continue to go on is all the volunteers and all the folks that help help us out. Like, I'm gonna do some name dropping.
Please
like
do.
John Quattro, he reads the deceased between each Memorial Day.
I'm going to put in a caveat because this is something that there is a difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, Memorial Day is to remember those who have lost their lives in battle.
Yep.
Not to be confused with Veterans Day, where we, think our veterans living in passed away.
Yes.
But Memorial Day is just for those who have already gone.
Yeah, that's the main focus. Like I said, we put this program together. It's a lot. It takes, I have a list of folks. Ricky Main always helps us out. Gilbert Ray helps us out. Mm-hmm. I've got the American Legion, Color Guard, and the American Legion Ladies Auxiliary. You got the VFW Firing Squad and the VFW's Auxiliary. The Daughters of the American Revolution are a part of this. Boy Scout Troop 4029 always helps us out. Wslm Radio with their sound system always helps us out. The Crown Hill staff gets everything ready and has the grounds looking beautiful and gets the trailer in place and everything. This year I've got a couple extra folks to name drop. I got a Marine veteran speaker, Talisha Day from the Sullivan's Seal Coating is where she works. I've got some high school ladies that's helping us out. I got a young lady singing the national anthem. Ilana Thomas is going to sing the national anthem for me.
She's from Salem High School.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, love that.
I got doing the little drum roll between the names is Rihanna Perry. I believe that's Gilbert Ray's granddaughter. Mm-hmm. And then her best friend is doing our taps at the end. of the ceremony is Carolyn Casey. So, like I said, we ought to have a pretty good turnout. Hopefully, the weather's good. If for some reason it is complete, it completely bottom falls out and it's just pouring rain, we'll move to the American Legion Bingo Hall, the one that's up on Hugh Veterans Drive, right next to the VFW. Speaking of that, there'll be a lunch up there after the ceremony is over at the Bingo Hall. The American Legion provides a free lunch. The American Legion SAL and the American Legion Ladies Auxiliary make sure that happens for us every year.
And those ladies can cook.
Oh, can they?
Yes.
And here's the thing that I love. Okay, like you talk about able to maneuver and to bob or switch, because like we've tried to have it before, and then all of a sudden the weather's just not cooperated, and then you have to move it, and it's amazing how I just got to give a shout out to these ladies. They can. You talk about have everything together, and then the food, and the welcoming. And it's such
and it's not even a frazzly thing. Like, it's just like, hey, this is what we're doing.
They make it look so easy, and it's not easy. We know pulling things off like that.
Yeah, if you recall back, Veterans Day was just a month after I'd started this job, and so I decided to be the speaker, and also, I put the program together, so I had to make the tough decision that it was raining, and. But then, as I was speaking, I remember looking out the American Legion on the Main Street post, looking out as my speech was going on. It was the sun was shining, but I had to make the decision at the time, at 11 o'clock, that we were going to move it. So hopefully, I won't have to make that terrible decision. Hopefully, the weather will cooperate. So we will be at 11 o'clock. Is the right on the dot. 11 o'clock at Crown Hill is where we'll be doing the ceremony. We do it there every year. Like I said, this program is laid out. The bones are there. Like I said, what I try to do is get some new, fresh faces. Especially with the speaker, and let some of these high school kids
and I love
get
that
some
they're
experience.
involved.
Yes,
I love that we have generations.
Yeah, and from what I understand, all three of the high school girls volunteered. Like, the one went to her grandpa to say something about wanting to do it. The Thomas girl, from what I understand, went to the teacher, volunteered, like wanting to do this.
I love that.
Well, even our Boy Scouts. I mean, that's elementary, middle school.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I love that we have all generations. And I think it's important for them to kind of put that in their mind that, hey, these are people that,
Did you all know the other day the high school put on a Grease, a play at the middle school? I didn't know this, but my national anthem singer was the lead character.
Sandy.
Yeah, she was Sandy. So I got to meet her. Like afterwards, when you go, the actors all go to the back, and you go out to meet them, and I got introduced to her.
Oh,
so,
I love
so I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, at least you know she can sing.
Well, yes.
I hope she don't get confused. You're the one that I want.
Well, it was funny. Stephanie said that she goes, Alana's in the Grease thing. I said, okay, great. So we go there, and I'm trying to figure out which one she is, and I'm like, she's like the main character. Like, she's like the main character.
Wait a minute. Hey, we got a celebrity here.
So anybody that got to see the Grease thing can get a chance to come up to Crown Hill at 11 o'clock on May 29th.
I love that.
On Memorial Day. So that's
the national anthem is for most performers, everybody that I've interviewed on celebrities, the national anthem is the scariest and they get the most nervous, I guess, if you will, doing it. Because it's one you do not want to mess up on. You want to do so, and there's so many different ways you can do it.
Put that in her head.
No, she's not. I mean, she's cool. No, I mean it's really an honor.
It is true.
I honestly if I get really thinking about it, and you if you had Sarah Miner years ago in school, which you did. I mean, she put all of this love for this country in your heart, okay?
Yeah.
And then when you listen to the words, I mean, I honestly could tear up just listening to this and thinking about what all has happened and who all has made these sacrifices.
She did a visualization
exercise
with the national anthem. Like, I remember her being like, listen, I want you to imagine being in these strongholds and everything falling around you, and you being able to look out and still see your flag flying.
Absolutely.
Like, and I remember she was like, close your eyes, you're going to imagine this.
Well, and I remember she would talk about, too, that they went in, like, they were on the water in boats, you know, oh, say, can you see? You know what I mean? Looking back, you know what I mean? And then talking about, you know, the vision of all of the military, I mean, like the smoke, the fire, it looked like
she brought it to reality.
Oh, absolutely. So I feel very blessed to have had that instilled. Yes. But when you listen to this and you know, to sing this would be, you know, it's very touching. It's very, you know, it's a lot, and I love hearing it, and I'm excited to hear her, and I'm sure she's going to be fantastic.
Oh yes, I'm excited. Like I said, this will be my first one running the program. I've been a part of this, you know, for years, as far as being part of the color guard or the firing squad for both VFW and American Legion over the years. So to finally get this position, you know, not only taking care of veterans but putting together very important program, the Memorial Day program, and then the Veterans Day program that we do at the square. That's you know, I own that, and I embrace it. So
well, you should, you know, and you should. And I've heard other communities say that you know that you guys really have a really great thing going there, and I think that is, Andy. And I want you to keep continuing, and I know you will. Yeah. But it's so valuable and so important too. And okay, so when you ask someone to speak, or how do you kind of tell them the like ideas, or do you just let them kind of go rogue, or how do you do that? Or,
well, like I said, this is my first one getting somebody else, because I did the first one because we had such a short notice.
You did a great job, though.
Because when I got hired in October, and I remember asking, I was like, so who's giving the speech? And I got the deer in the headlight look, like hadn't thought about that, you know, because
you are.
You know, I was like, well, I guess I better do it, because I hate to throw somebody at the last second situation.
Sometimes, Andy, people thrive on last minute chaos.
Yeah, well, I got thrown into that one time several years ago. It was like Thursday, or I think it was on a Thursday, and it was when Pat was in the seat that I'm in, and he goes, "You think you can do the Memorial Day speech?" I said, "Next year?" He said, "No, Monday." I said, "Oh." So we did it. Now that one,
that's a response.
96 hours.
Yeah, so that one, it went well, as far as people saying that it didn't sound nervous, but I didn't have it memorized. You know, I had to look down more. Sure. And I felt nervous, but everybody said that it sounded, you know, okay or whatever. So, no, when I asked Talisha, I'd asked her a while back. I had another person in mind. And then when that fell through, I thought, you know, now I'm about a month out. So I was kind of getting a little, you know, I had to find somebody kind of thing. And, you know.
I text Talisha later.
Well, I know that she's very, you know, she's a salesman. So, I mean, she's you know, well,
she is.
She can talk and speak well and stuff. So I thought, you know, I went that route. And so I worked with her, and we got a speech worked out, and
I love that.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited. So
do you know? Can you wanted to save it, or can you give a little bit of the topic? Is she going to be?
Well, I didn't bring it with me.
No, I meant like just a little bit. Like, is it? She just.
Do you know what she's
talking about? Yeah, a little bit of a teaser. You don't have to tell it all.
No. Okay. Andy's like, no, it is a surprise. You want to hear it come Monday.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And I will be there.
Yeah.
Okay, I will be there. So I will.
So definitely come up there on the 29th, Monday the 29th. No, I think we'll be good. Like I said, you know, she, with her personality, and you know, I mean, Memorial Day is a little bit of a.
And her history, her back.
Yeah. But no, I said, you know, like you said earlier, Memorial Day is your main focus is to set and take a moment to, you know, think about reflect on the ones that did give the ultimate sacrifice, kind of thing. But the whole day doesn't have to be doom and gloom. Right. You know, it's we're there for a reason. You know, give thanks and remember your loved ones or the ones you didn't even know. Right. You know, that's the part that doesn't matter whether it was your loved one or somebody you never knew and they passed away 100 years ago. Yeah. That doesn't matter. Everybody who's ever stepped in them boots and wore that uniform should be remembered always. Right. And that's the ultimate. With that 100%. But don't like I said, it doesn't have to be a sad doom and gloom all day. Right. You know, you reflect on that moment and you thank everybody. Like I thank everybody. It was before me that laid the groundwork for me to be able to sit here and talk on your radio station today.
That's true.
You know, you got to think
you're
about,
right,
you know, if it wasn't for the veterans from the 1898,
American War.
you know, it dates back forever. But you know what I'm saying is we have to make sure we keep that.
Yeah. 1776.
So-
removing ourselves from the British.
There we That's why we drink coffee, not
That's
tea.
why we drink coffee. I'm a big proponent of that, Andy. I don't know if you've ever heard that or not, but that's why I'm a big proponent of people knowing the history of why we drink coffee instead of
But
tea.
who taught you this, ma'am?
I've known this, Becky. I am the one who told you on the radio.
How?
Yes, I read that in a book when I was in middle school.
So that's why we drink coffee.
This is why we drink coffee. Why we celebrate coffee.
Hey,
We
if
embrace our coffee.
this is a little quick something. If you drive around the square, every year they put the flags for the veterans that we've lost from last Memorial Day to this Memorial Day, and we put that together the other day. I helped Tony. He's a maintenance guy up
Tony's
there.
fantastic.
Yep, and we had Gertrude Stevenson was out there supervising.
I love her.
We had her and her daughter out there when we put the.
Lady.
Yes, we had. We was able to get her out there, and if you drive around the square, it's on the west side near my office on that side. It's beautiful. It's measured out, and it's, unfortunately right now the number stands at 68 as how many we've lost. It's a lot. It's less than last year. If there's any positive, last year was 98.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
So I know that's kind of a doom and gloom thing, but like I said, it's to.
But it's a beautiful memorial for them.
Yes, and so them 68 names, hopefully no more, will be read up there.
Well, I love Gertrude Stevenson, and I'm telling you right now, that lady's red, white, and blue.
She's helped us out tremendously.
I'm telling you, she's fantastic. I'm a huge
She's
fan
got
of hers.
she's got the knowledge of the veterans of this community.
She does, and her heart is there.
Yep.
She is there. So going back, okay, I just want to make sure that for anybody that maybe gets a little confused, normally it's if they're on Main Street. Right there, but you said it's going to be at the bingo hall? Is that
yes, American Legion? The dinner?
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
So wait, I just want to make sure people know where the dinner is afterwards.
Yeah, the dinner will be on, it's 105 Hugh Veteran Drive, best known in this town as the bingo hall. It was the Noltings.
It's on Hilltop Plaza.
It was Hilltop
Hilltop Plaza.
Yeah.
Hilltop, you might, Yeah,
that we're having we're moving our business up there shortly. But we're having everything up there then.
Well, that'd be nice for parking.
Yes.
Just follow the crowds.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice.
Just follow the
Well, I just don't
parade.
want because we've had it there on
Main Street for years.
and so that's where I just want to make sure that people know so that nobody misses
Yes,
out.
you're going to the bingo hall on
Keep
Hilltop
going.
Plaza.
Yeah, don't stop.
It used to be a grocery store.
Hilltop. Do you remember Hilltop?
I do.
I do too.
I remember being a grocery store. Yeah. I went and got peanut butter cookie mix there one time.
I remember every time I would open the freezer door, it would all just frost up. You know what I mean? I remember watching that as a little girl.
I remember going up there. Dad delivered milk up there.
Oh, I bet he did.
Yes, I remember going in the back, and they had this back room. It's like a big walk-in thing, and it's still there.
Yeah,
you know.
I remember. I had memories. Going down memory. Yeah, and then I remember the meat department. I can just remember the meat people talking to my mom. You know what I mean? And just she'd be ordering whatever, and I remember just standing there, watching them in amazement. Because they had a really nice setup,
Yeah.
And then they set up high when they'd come in. When you come in, there was like an elevated chair or whatever up there. And I remember them always talking. We did a lot of advertising with them.
Yeah.
And actually, my mom was called Hilltop Hilda. Yes. Did a little segment on that. Okay. Of course, who would have thought of that? My dad. Of course.
That's cracking me up.
I know. All right. Anyway, Andy Bush, keep up the great work. Memorial Day.
Thank you.
Adam Scott Hall, you are a rock star down there too, and doing loans, taking names, doing loans, and we love to talk finances too with us. And I guess our interest rates are still.
Yeah, they're okay. It is what it is. But
okay.
I'm very thankful for Becky on this lovely Tuesday.
I know.
Our Coffee Club sponsors: Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Fantastic Sam's, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Po' Boys Barbecue, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, and Dr. Mindy Gunn.
Yay!
There you go.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy Thursday.
Thank you.
Folks, Craig Martin at Billy Martin Store in downtown Martinsburg. So you're in the market for new appliances, furniture, floor covering for your home or business? Then Billy Martin Store is the place to go. We've got a huge display of many nice top quality name brand merchandise in stock to select from at everyday low prices. So whether you're building or just replacing, Billy Martin Store has terrific personnel to help you all in selecting the right product, and also professional flooring installers to take care of your floor covering needs. Billy Martin Store tries each day to continue to buy USA made products made right here in southern Indiana. As we are celebrating our 164th anniversary as the oldest family-owned business in Indiana, father to son and now daughter, Tanya, we appreciate all of the business over the many years. So why not drive on out to the country and save a lot at Billy Martin Store? Billy Martin Store is located in the heart of downtown Martinsburg, or feel free to call us, Janice, Tanya, or myself, 812-967-3997, and we'll be glad to help you.
You may have heard the kids chanting about favorite freebies at Holiday World and Splash and Safari. Free parking! Free parking! Free sunscreen! But there are plenty of favorite first and onlys to shout about too, like soaring on America's only launched wing coaster, Thunderbird! The world's longest water coaster. In fact, we're the water coaster capital of the world! For summer fun worth shouting about, find your family's favorites with tickets at holidayworld.com.
This is Melissa Jeremiah with Hoosier Uplands Home Healthcare and Hospice. Our professionals are available at 812-849-4447 to answer any questions that you have regarding home healthcare or hospice. To all the parents out there whose children are hitting a milestone this year, whether it be pre-K, kindergarten, middle school, high school, or a college graduation, kudos to you. Our family at Hoosier Uplands congratulates you on a job well done.
It's time to celebrate outdoors as summer approaches with lots of great deals at Walmart with gifts from mom and dad and graduates. There's always something at Walmart for all those occasions. It's time for those outdoor family gatherings, and everything you need is here at Walmart. There are great deals in the lawn and garden department on plants, flowers, and trees, and those new grills, gas, charcoal, pellet, or griddles. There's everything you need to set up an outdoor living area, outdoor rugs, furniture, and lots of bright colors and pillows. Don't forget all the variety inside, clothing, candles, cards, and lots more. As the temperatures get warmer, come check out the new clothing lines for the family, shoes, and a wide variety of swimwear. I think I'm going to need a bigger cart. There's something new at Papa John's, and you won't be able to resist this. Doritos Cool Ranch Papadillas at Papa John's. They're loaded with Doritos Cool Ranch flavored dressing, either steak, chicken, or seasoned beef, or you can create your own. A bold ranch seasoning will be added to the outside after baking, and will be served with even more Cool Ranch flavored dressing on the side for dipping and dunking. For something a little extra, try the Doritos Cool Ranch meal deal, where you get your Cool Ranch Papadilla, plus a 20-ounce drink, a bag of Cool Ranch chips, and a side of Cool Ranch dipping sauce for only $10.99. Check out other great Papa John's specials online, or stop by their location in Salem. Call today, 812-883-3369, or to order, delivery, or carryout. Remember, check out specials like Wacky Wednesday or Customer Appreciation Day on the first Tuesday of each month. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Po' Boy's Barbecue. It ain't barbecue if there ain't no smoke. New owner Bill and his family welcome you to try the St. Louis style ribs, meat by the pound, or try a variety of dinners with 2 sides. Looking for something lighter? Try sandwiches with pulled pork or chicken, brisket, hand-pounded tenderloin, or the half-pound Angus burger, or ask for the old 38, a sandwich with half brisket and half pulled pork. There are chicken strips, grilled cheese, and a quarter-pound burger for the kids, and smoked chicken wings, haystack onion rings, and French fries. And you'll love their #1 bestseller, the Pig Pin, which includes a heap of steak fries covered in pulled pork and cheese sauce. Doors open Tuesday through Saturday at 10:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. on Sunday. If you're in a hurry, call ahead at 812-570-0020. And they'll have it ready for carry-out or dine-in. Head over to Po' Boy's Barbecue for some of the best barbecue you'll ever eat.
Hey, y'all.
Pass the gravy, please.
6 minutes past the hour, the Rick and Bubba Show. 866-WE-BE-BIG is our number. Thank you for being with us from the No Name Studio out on the bleeding edge of technology from Sweet Home, Alabama. to the world. Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, Eddie Van Adler, all here. Rick and Bubba University interns, Super P, and Cam Solo, earning their degree in common sense. That now a superpower. Welcome back for a brand new hour. Here is Bill Bubba Bussey.
Rick, glad to be here, and thank all of you for being part of the Rick and Bubba experience.
So, Bubba, we find ourselves in the middle of a controversy involving Space Force. The former President Donald Trump was here on the program, and there was a conversation about Space Force going to Huntsville, Alabama. I kind of thought that was a done deal. Of course, the reason why I thought that is the committee that was actually given the responsibility to vet all that out. Also, thought Huntsville was a good choice. Colorado, I think you said, came in as the fifth.
I think it was fifth.
Number 5. Well, now there's controversy that Alabama must be punished because of the abortion laws that have been passed here by the current administration, and they're going to leave this Space Force in Colorado. There's talk of that.
Yes.
That we must be punished.
Jury's still out, I guess.
The jury's still out. Senator Tommy Tuberville here to discuss that. Senator, welcome back to Rick and Bubba.
Good morning. Can you say politics? That's all this is.
We must be punished, Senator.
Mm-hmm. Senator, just to set the record straight for everybody, talk a little bit about the process that was going to decide, outside of politics, where the Space Command headquarters should be and what they found.
Well, first of all, it's not a White House decision. It's a Air Force decision by the Secretary of the Air Force, and President Trump might have been a little bit in on the decision, but Secretary of Air Force did all the background work on the 21 situations that they were looking for to put Space Command. And you feel bad for Huntsville if this does not go to Huntsville, but you also feel bad for Omaha, Nebraska, and San Antonio, because we were the top 3. Huntsville by far the best. But we knew that he was going to try his best to get this to a blue state. And the next blue state down the list is Colorado. And so this is all politics. And again, this is not done. We've been fighting it for 2 years, and even the White House has said that my holes have negated them from being able to give it to Space Command. I think we've found something here that will keep them possibly from doing it on a permanent level, because I'm not going to drop my holes. They've gone after me every day here, and it's hilarious to what they're trying to do. These people, they think they invented the world, these far left Democrats. But we're going to fight them. We're not giving up on Space Command. It's still the best place. It's Huntsville. I think we still got an opportunity. We're going to have discussions the next couple of weeks with everybody involved for the first time. Again, all of us up here, all the congressional delegation has done their due diligence on making sure that they get all the information that the Secretary of the Air Force and the Chief of the Air Force. But I think the White House has gotten involved, and Schumer, these people are, they're I'm not going to say what they are. I mean, it's really bad.
Yeah, be careful. You'll be quoted on this show when it comes to Space Command, especially.
Yeah.
So, Senator, the committee who initially studied this, what was the name of that committee, and tell us their findings on it?
Well, again, the committee was the Secretary of the Air Force, and the one that worked for President Trump. She was very involved. She called me when they decided to put Space Command in Huntsville, and went through all the criteria. And the only one that they had doubts about at the end of the day was the educational system around Huntsville. Is it a good secondary education for families and kids? So they did a huge study on that and came back and said, hey, this might be one of the best places in the country to go to high school, in public schools, not just private schools. And so it was by far the best place to put it. People that go to Huntsville, they love it there. They love the community. And then, of course, when you got NASA and the Redstone Arsenal, which is a secure facility, now we have the FBI, all their cyber behind there. We make more missiles than anybody in that area. And plus, we have Missile Defense Agency. There's no doubt. I mean, you're not even comparing, apples to oranges here. This is by far the best place. But this is all about politics.
So the president basically, or the White House, floats up a test balloon this weekend on this. Do you think that's all this is, or do you think they are willing to go to the mat to pressure the Air Force to keep it in Colorado?
I don't know. You can't get them to say anything. Last week, I spent some time with the Secretary of the Air Force, and just talking to him, I could tell that the ball's not in his court right now, and he should be the one making the decision, because you do not want politics in the military. Well, guess what? Lloyd Austin, Secretary of Defense, Milley, the White House, the minions over there, they have all politicized our military from top to bottom. And I wonder why our recruiting has gone down in the military. I wonder how you can't get people to go to the academies much anymore. I've had two people that I had appointments to academies, which these academies that we have, Navy, Air Force, Army, they're $600,000-$700,000 scholarships basically. And I've had two people say, I don't want any part of going to that place. I've read about all the woke things that they're teaching there. They're
and the Air Force apparently
taking over the
internet.
Yeah, well, you think to yourself, and to your point, Senator, I don't want to send my kids off to a giant university, modern day, in a leftist state, because I don't want them to be indoctrinated into fill in the blank. You never thought that a parent would share that same concern about their kids going into the military.
Exactly. Again, the military has been one of the best things that this country has done for 247 years, and it's there to stay out of politics. It's there to build a voluntary, now not a draft force, but a voluntary force that protects not just our country, national security, but also our allies all over the world. We were the strongest ever. It has taken Joe Biden 2 years to make us irrelevant around the world. In terms of our allies, they can't trust us. They don't believe in us. We've jumped in this thing in Ukraine. We're up to our ears in alligators with this, with all the money that we're putting there. We got all our eggs in one basket. We know Putin is a killer, he's a liar. He's somebody that should have never done what he's done. But it is sad to watch Iran be able to get very, very close now to a nuclear weapon, which could be devastating to the world. Of course, China is our number one adversary, and they're not scared of us anymore. And but that's brought on by this administration and its policies in the military.
So where do we go? You've got these holds, and you almost look like a grown-up who has candy, and the babies are crying because you won't let them have it. You're saying Space Force going to Huntsville is not over. It's clearly politics. What happens next?
Well, we were, again, Rick, going back to when Biden was elected, I knew we had a very short stick to fight with. And we've done everything we can. Mike Rogers, now Dale Strong, up in your area, everybody that's involved in the Huntsville area, Katie Britt, we do something every day, and I've done every day since I've been here, making sure we put our best foot forward, because we knew that we're swinging that short stick. I thought Nebraska and San Antonio would be the next options. It's not even close. I mean, they're talking about the blue state of Colorado. That's all they're talking about. And again, because of that, this is very politicized, and we're not done. We're going to continue to fight. Again, I have some meetings in the next couple of Air Force PO today to invite President Biden to Huntsville. He needs to come to Huntsville. Today's the 60th anniversary of John Kennedy, President Kennedy coming to Huntsville, and seeing what we have in Huntsville and things to offer. So, again, Joe Biden, he's jogging around somewhere riding a bike in Japan right now, and he's not worried about our debt limit or any of that stuff. It shows you, who's running this place over. All the minions and the White House are making all the decisions. So we got to find the right button to push. We're not giving up.
There it is, Senator Tommy Tuberville. And so we'll see how this goes. Politics, it just seems so.
Can we keep him?
So we'll be back 16 minutes past. 866 We Be Big is the number. More of the Rick and Bubba Show coming up. right after this.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Before you pack your bags for vacation season, be sure to secure your home with Simply Safe Home Security. With Simply Safe, enjoy greater peace of mind knowing your home is monitored around the clock by trained agents. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafebubba.com. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafebubba.com or visit rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Folks, our longtime friends at Alabama Mountain Lakes Tourist Association have an amazing new podcast called Unexpected Adventures in North Alabama. There's so much to do in that area, and on the Unexpected Adventures in North Alabama podcast, you hear conversations with a lot of interesting people about all kinds of cool things to do and see in North Alabama. So just go to northalabama.org/podcast to listen and find out how you can subscribe. You can also listen on Apple or Spotify. Again, that's northalabama.org/podcast today.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
When I can't sleep, my mind just races. I think about work, the kids, but I don't think about taking melatonin because I'm afraid I'll feel groggy in the morning.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies has an optimal dose of melatonin for no next day grogginess, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake up feeling refreshed. ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies for better sleep like never before. And try Pure Z Sleep plus Next Day Energy with melatonin plus extended release B vitamins.
Wendy's Strawberry Frosty is back for the summer. Cause if it's summertime, it's Frosty time. Beach time, Frosty time. Tea time, Frosty time. Me time, Frosty time. Treat yourself to Wendy's Strawberry Frosty this summer and make time for Frosty time. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Now open till midnight or later.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary.
Simply Safe was named Best Home Security of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. But we don't do what we do for the accolades. We do it to protect you and everything you love. Our advanced sensors, indoor and outdoor HD cameras, and hazard detectors are powered by live 24/7 professional monitoring, so you get emergency help fast. Get 20% off any new system with interactive monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
How long does it take to tackle a home project? With Angie, you could cross it off your list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need. Indoor or outdoor, repair or redesign. And we handle the rest, sending a top pro to get it done. You don't have to lift a finger, except to tap the screen or click the mouse. Plus, Angie is free to use. So bring us your next home project, and we'll bring it home. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
Attention, all you coffee drinkers. There's a brand new brew that you definitely want to make part of your daily ritual. If you enjoy delicious, good coffee like us, My Coffee needs to be your new drink. It's organic, which is so important because if not, then it contains chemicals banned in this country decades ago. You've heard us talk about My Pillow for years on this show, and now they've got My Coffee direct from the MyStore.com website. Go to mystore.com, enter the code BUBBA to save 25% off your order of My Coffee, or find a link at rickandbubba.com. In this economy, we're officially entering a dupe session where we're looking for products that do the same thing at a better price. Our favorite dupe? Raycon wireless earbuds. With Raycon, you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for quality sound and essential smart tech listening features. Raycon also offers buy now, pay later options and an easy and free return guarantee. Right now, get 15% off your order at buyraycon.com/Bubba. That's 15% off at buyraycon.com/Bubba. Once again, buyraycon.com/Bubba.
You're listening to The Rick and Bubba Show.
21 minutes past the hour. Rick and Bubba's Show. Thank you for being with us today. Well, it's a sad thing, Bubba. It really is, as you and I are aging right before everybody's ears and eyes, and we keep doing these updates on us. Either we're having some sort of physical challenge or a medical challenge, and you were saying yesterday, and we were talking that you were going for, it's a pretty common thing. I know we've had other members of the show go there for some sort of skin check yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I see you're sporting some sort of
Band-Aid.
It
was an early morning fix on my part. So,
I didn't. When you first walked in, I thought, oh look, he's dressing up like a football player. Remember when little kids would dress up like a football player and you put a Band-Aid on?
Put your eye black.
Yeah, black.
Look, to have something done on your cheek, it looks about as good as it can look.
Yeah, it really does. It's not that noticeable.
We had a little spot on our cheek. I guess they did a, what do you call it, Speedy, when they send it off?
Just
a little sample of it.
Yeah, skin cancer thing.
Yeah, that and one on my back.
One on your back.
Yeah, and they'll check it, and if it comes back that it's needs to be removed, we'll have it removed.
Hello, Moe's treatment.
Hello, Moe's. Yeah, Moe's. That's
many times.
Where they do the.
Greg and I are veterans of that.
Yeah,
45 minutes between each sample. Yep, they go layer by layer.
I needed to get that done.
Oh, really? You got to sit. How long does that go on?
Till they get it clear. Oh, Rick, you have to lay
there.
Take a thin slice, go look at it. Oh, gotta get a little more.
They get a margin.
Like 40
minutes.
But wait, you're sitting 40 minutes between each one? What do you do?
Oh, yeah.
Play on your phone?
They got TV in there.
Right, you read your magazine? What do you do?
Just think about life, Rick. Last time I was in there, that show, that guy goes around the world and eats weird food.
Mm-hmm.
It was on.
Okay. So they keep coming back till they get it clear, and they just keep digging down?
Yeah. Then they sew
till they hit the water table?
Then they sew you up.
Yeah.
Put a bunch of gauze on your head, and you got to walk out of there.
I remember.
Do you remember that's why I couldn't laugh that time?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
I couldn't move my laugh.
I remember
they said I couldn't smile or laugh.
Dennis D. Young interview.
But they tell you to keep it on for I'll take it off immediately. I can't wear it. They did say to do that.
You had something else on top of that, didn't you? Did you take something off? Or is that
I'm talking about after the month.
It came off in the shower, and then I put another one on. But I've got a better one, a round one for today.
What did they think because normally they go?
They look at it through the and they go, well, let me sample that. And look, if we were selling moles, I've got plenty of inventory.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And so there was quite a few to look at, but they only sampled 2 of them. So
it's quite a few to look at.
Yeah.
How about when they come on in and they're like, okay?
Can I tell you?
Did they give you that little blanket that looked like a tablecloth and said, "Take your clothes off"? Put that on?
No, it wasn't.
You didn't get that?
No,
you didn't get the cheeks.
Well, I didn't need to take all that off for them to check my face.
But
and my back.
What I'm saying, did they ever? Sometimes they'll just go, "Let's see the whole body."
Yeah, they do a full body check.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of keeping an eye on the rest of that.
So are you? They say, "Let's go exploring." And you know what? They go to the mountains and the crevices.
They can see places you can't.
That's right. And they're doctors.
Yes.
This was
look on in there.
This was step 1, so we'll go
They'll
from
move
there.
your skin around.
Hey, well. Yeah, they'll get a close look. They'll get the bottom of them toes too.
Hey, now.
Swinging toe thing's weird as
Easy now.
Easy. This little piggy went to the market.
Easy, friend.
Yeah.
So you said that they found one on your back. Were you worried about that one?
No, I really can't see it. So
well,
did they make those to the point?
Well, that's the,
what did they say? Did they go?
No, they just. Same with this one on my face.
No reaction. They don't show
you
emotion.
They just sampled it, and they're going to let me know in about 10 days if we need to get it removed, and we'll do the procedure that Speedy was so carefully describing.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Have you ever had a doctor that couldn't stay professional? They couldn't help but have a reaction to what they saw.
Oh boy.
Dang.
I
had that happen.
You don't want to hear.
I had that happen one time. And it's not a good feeling.
No.
It was.
Hey, Rick, what about this one?
Yeah. Well,
That's
the doctor
What-
I had.
what are they looking
I
at?
let something go a lot longer than he thought I'd let it go.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, we can probably take care of that in the office." And all of a sudden he said, "Let's have a look." And look, he did this. Hey, I said, "My goodness," he said, "You're beyond me. You gotta go to a specialist now."
When they're kind of screening the moles, and
Yeah.
they're looking through the little what are they looking for? Does it look like a mountain down there or something? They,
Yeah, the little single-eye magnifying glass
Yeah,
thing
what-
they
what
look
is
at.
that? What's the deal with
I
that?
don't know. That's why they're, I guess,
They're
doctors.
looking-
Yeah, I mean, they know what they're doing. I'm just curious.
I tell you what they're looking for: coloration.
Yeah.
If they don't like a color.
Yeah.
They don't like the way something looks.
Little combination
The shape
of,
of
things.
it, does that matter
Probably,
too?
I
If
guess.
it's uniform,
Texture, shape.
I mean, if it
all
looks
that.
like Tennessee, it has to go, right?
No, actually, it's New Mexico. As long as it's Tennessee, you're fine. So yeah, do y'all feel like we're doing a tremendous amount of health updates on all this? Now? I mean,
well,
it's like
it's definitely more than it used to be. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. My favorite part was when you yesterday said, "No, they won't have to cut anything off." I'm like, "No, Bubba, they're going to have to cut it off to sample it."
Well, and there was a discussion about if I should wait to have it sampled till because of today and going to Montgomery, and I was like, well, let's just go ahead and get it done.
It ain't gonna matter.
They did have a.
You think you can mess us up? You think we can look any more repulsive?
I will tell you this, Rick. I'm always impressed with the newest techniques in giving shots. When they numb you up. And stuff.
Yeah. Trust me, I just had one there.
When we go to the foot doctor, they use that cold spray, which I like. Of course, it freezes you to death.
Yeah, but I don't know who came up with that, but I'm glad they did.
Yeah,
especially when they shoot stuff in your feet.
And yesterday they were doing this thing. It was like a little massage or something on it, and you could hardly feel it at all. I mean, it was really cool. I like that.
I don't know how. I had something mentally happen to me with the dermatologist one time, and I didn't. It's like my mind didn't know whether to celebrate. Because Sherry, you know how we all end up going. Eventually, your wife says, "That doesn't look good. You got to have it looked at." Because we never come to that conclusion. Right. Never. Right. Somebody else has to pressure you to go. Yep. And I go in there, and Sherry goes, "No, you need to have him look at that." And so he comes in. He goes, "No, I'm not concerned about that." And I'm like, "Okay." And that's all I needed. Well, you didn't ask him what it was. I said, "Okay." So I go back and I'm texting. I said, "So what was it?" He said, "Oh, it's just an age spot." Oh no. I mean. I guess I shouldn't be pulling for skin cancer.
Well,
you know what I mean? So my
age
mind didn't
spots.
really know what to do. My mind was like, "Well, is that really good news?" And I think it is. And it also means you're getting old. Yeah, you're right. Good point, mine.
You've heard age spots. Also hear liver spots sometimes.
Oh yeah, which is all the same sound.
Is that it?
It's all
now, why does your liver cause a spot to be on your arm? What's that?
I don't
what's that
know.
About?
I think we've had enough liver talk, don't you?
Well, I was just curious.
I know, but it's just. But I don't know why it's called. That's a good point. Maybe because it looks like a liver. I guess that's why. It looks like a liver.
How concerned was the doctor? Because they give you kind of an idea.
Mm-hmm. I don't.
They
know.
have me.
I didn't detect immense concern.
Okay,
more with the back than the face.
Oh, really? So they had emotion over the back.
But Speedy, what do? They get like an ice cream scooper and go in there and get it.
Yeah, just a layer at a time. And they want to make sure, and then they'll look, and then finally, when they get that layer and there's nothing in it, it's clean, then they sew you up.
Have you not been putting sunscreen on, Cap? When you're out in the boat?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm not historically a big sunscreen user.
Well,
but I don't. I also
will be now.
But I also always wear a hat, and I stay in the shade. I don't get
apparently
out
not.
Liver spots.
Well, this could just be from years. Yeah, years of it.
Living, man.
Liver spots were once thought to be a sign of a malfunctioning liver.
How about that?
Once thought.
I thought it was because they looked like a liver laying on it.
Well, because of the color, they were like, "Oh, it's brown like your liver."
I see. So there's a little bit of that there.
And then they would bleed you with leeches. Yeah. We should try that with Bubba. It might help.
We'll be back. More Rick and Bubba coming up.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that really actually matter. Like the gap between your bed and wall that's big enough for your phone, but not your hand. Or the gutters growing their own trees. Or the wall outlet your kids keep calling Sparky. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be your heating or air conditioning. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Give Seth at Marshall's a call today at 812-967-3742, and we'll be glad to take care of you.
Barbecue is back in Salem, baby, and things are really smoking. New owner Bill and his family would like to invite you to come out to Po' Boys Barbecue at 506 South Main Street, Salem, Indiana, and try us out. I guarantee you'll love it. From pulled pork to ribs to brisket and even barbecue chicken. We have something for everyone. They have kids' meals, burgers, and even smoked wings. And if you've never heard of our haystack onion rings, you've got to try them. And you'll also love our #1 bestseller, the Pig Pin, which features a heaping plate of steak fries covered in cheese and pulled pork. Just $10.95 or get 2 sides for just $2 more. Not sure what you want? Try the sampler platter, which gets you ribs, brisket, pulled pork, barbecue chicken, smoked sausage, and 3 sides for just $23.95. Bill has fed NASCAR drivers, musicians, and NFL players. And they're open now here in Salem and ready to serve you and your family. Come in and see Bill and his family today. They'll be having a grand opening coming soon. Stay tuned to WSLM for more information. Call them at 812-570-0020 for carryout, or come in for some of the best barbecue you'll ever eat. And remember, at Po' Boys Barbecue, they only smoke the good stuff.
WSLM, the auto racing station of the nation.
Cheese is going where it's never gone before. To the bottom, Papa John's is flipping the pizza over and putting it underneath the crust. Papa John's Crispy Parm Pizza features their thin crust seasoned with a blend of shredded Parmesan, Romano cheese, and can be ordered with your choice of toppings. The Crispy Parm Pizza gives you an added crisp bite, provided by the cheesy crust baked to perfection. Enjoy the Crispy Parm Pizza with 1 topping for $12.99 and get one in time to celebrate National Pizza Day on February the 9th. Call today 812-883-3369 or order to pick up or delivery, or use the Papa John's app to start earning Papa Rewards. Better pizza, better ingredients, Papa John's. This is Becky White from WSLM, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Hello, and this is Jalen Hoare at John Jones Auto Group. Temperatures are on the rise, as are the deals at John Jones Auto Group. Your local John Jones invites you to get out of your seat and on your feet and to come walk the loads of inventory at our stores. With over 700 vehicles in stock and an ample amount of discounts available to you, I would head this way before you miss out. If the weather is too hot, those hot deals can also be found online at johnjonesautogroup.com. Set up your visit today by calling 812-570-4548. Again, that's 812-570-4548. And we look forward to seeing you at a John Jones location soon. I'm Jalen Hoare at John Jones. And remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
Because if not, then it contains chemicals banned in this country decades ago. You've heard us talk about MyPillow for years on this show, and now they've got My Coffee direct from the MyStore.com website. Go to MyStore.com, enter the code BUBBA to save 25% off your order of My Coffee, or find a link at rickandbubba.com.
Spring is in bloom. And you know what comes next, vacation season. But before you pack your bags, be sure to secure your home with Simply Safe Home Security. With Simply Safe, enjoy greater peace of mind knowing your home is monitored around the clock by trained agents ready to act to defend against break-ins, fires, and other threats. With the top-rated Simply Safe app, stay connected from anywhere, anytime. Arm or disarm your system remotely. Check your cameras to make sure everything is okay. Simply Safe ships to your door and is easy to set up yourself in about 30 minutes, or you can have Simply Safe certified technicians install it for you. With financing through a firm, secure your home today and pay over time in installments that fit your budget. Customize the perfect system in just a few minutes at simplysafebubba.com. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafebubba.com, or visit rickandbubba.com under the sponsor.
35 minutes past the hour. The Rick and Bubba Show, 866. We be big as the number. MyPillow.com/Bubba. Here comes summer. And you go to MyPillow.com right now, /Bubba, and you're going to see some cool things for your summertime fun, including beach blankets and beach towels at 60% off right now. Towel sets, 6-piece MyPillow towel sets now on clearance. at $25. Also, you can get sandals right now. They're on sale. You can find the sandals. They're priced and ready to go right now at only $19.50. My coffee is 70% off. And if you're looking for some bed sheets, the biggest bed sheet sale 2 days in a row, I said it right, ever going on at mypillow.com/Bubba, but it feels like Evel Knievel going off the ramp every time I say that. But you can also get the new MyPillow 2.0 with 4 loft levels, and it now has that new technology. It regulates the temperature of the fabric on the pillow so that you're always lying on a cool surface. Yes, the best pillow in the world just got even more perfect. Buy one, get one free right now. So go to mypillow.com/Bubba for all of this, or rickandbubba.com right there under the sponsors button. Bubba, you were telling me, I know that you have, and a lot of people, I think if you listen long enough, you know that you're a big fan of the fruit, the pineapple.
Oh, I love pineapple.
And the pineapple,
I eat it on
me,
pizza now. I used to make fun of people that ate it on pizza until I tried it, and I was like, wow, it's good.
Well, and I will say this, and this is what I've watched.
That should not go into the rest of this story, by the way.
Well, let me throw this out, though, because since we're going to talk about pineapples, but, and I think everybody on the show will agree, I have discovered, to Bubba's very interesting nutrition approach, the pineapple on the fruit side is what the broccoli is to Bubba on the vegetable side. It's
don't forget bananas.
Well,
I count them too.
I think you love the pineapple more than the banana now.
The banana is easier to access. Pineapple, you got to work on that a little bit.
Yeah, and those of you who don't know what we're talking about is anytime Bubba eats poorly, if he'll chase it with broccoli, it solves all the problems.
Well, it helps to balance it out.
Or if he's preparing, like he thinks tomorrow's going to be a bad day, he'll eat broccoli the night before, and that apparently solves it.
Well, it helps.
Yeah,
it helps.
And then the pineapple.
At least I'm being mindful.
Yeah, the pineapple will be brought in and gives Bubba a false sense of security that my pizza just got healthier and my breakfast just got better.
Right.
Yeah. You know, and so
and you know, right. I have a little cup of pineapple almost every morning.
You do.
Except when Adler beats me to the bag and steals it.
Right. Yeah. That's the only time that goes bad. Yeah.
It's for Ruby.
Right. It's for Ruby.
I'm taking it home.
She does love
so
pineapple.
And that leads me to a story I got in trouble with a little bit yesterday.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know where. I think Betty had been talking to our son, and he had reminded her of a couple of things. And anyway, I come in, and Betty will buy a pineapple for me every now and then at the grocery store and cut it up. And sometimes she just gets the pre-cut, stuff, but sometimes she gets a fresh one and cuts it up.
Do you see a difference? Because I wonder about that, the pre-cut versus they cut it up. Because Sherry's done that too. Do you see a difference?
Not big time notice.
Right.
They're both pretty good.
Yeah.
So Betty had been to the grocery store to get a pineapple, and she was she said yesterday to me, she said, I get fresh pineapples a lot of times. She said, is there anything you need to tell me about a pineapple? And I said, no, what do you mean? She said, do you know that if you have a pineapple, it means you're a swinger?
What?
Not necessarily.
And I said, oh, everybody, hold up. I said to her, no, just don't turn it upside down in the grocery cart, because if you do, you might get somebody following you out of there.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't know anything about this.
And
I didn't know anything about this.
She said, upside down. She says, how do you know all this? And I said, well, I'm kind of well read.
Yeah.
And she said, well, why didn't you tell me? I said, I really didn't think we needed to cover the topic. I said, no. I said, I'll tell you how I first discovered this.
You were in Huntsville. I'm sorry.
I used to have, I used to have several beachy type shirts that I used to wear.
I remember this.
I
remember
this shirt. A spell of those. I'm going to bring some of those back.
Right.
And one of them had pineapples on it. And the pineapples were turned in every which direction. Stuck on the shirt.
Absolutely.
And someone had emailed me during that saying, hey, Bubba, you better be careful wearing an upside down pineapple. That's the international sign for swinger. And I thought, I'm not going to let the swingers have my pineapples. That's just not going to happen.
No.
So, I kept wearing it. But I always, in the back of my mind, remembered that if I see an upside down one, to look out. So,
well, I will say this, because on the show, I'm probably the most innocent. And I did not know that. I did not know that. I've never heard that in my whole life.
Well, I was
till today.
I got in trouble because I had not informed my wife about that.
Well,
she's now informed.
And did she take the flag down? Yeah, but
get that flag.
Yeah, you're right. No, I've never heard this before in my life till today.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, and how did all y'all know that?
All these other groups.
I did too. I think that's where I learned about it. It was from the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Helms told me about it. I'm not trying to be.
No. This has been a topic on the show based off of things that come up.
All right, can I try to? And I guess I should.
This is not a new thing. This is like years and years.
Well, no, it was new to Betty, and I got in trouble because I had not clued her in on it. But again, I really didn't think that we needed to cover the subject. It never really crossed my mind.
All right, so is this I understand that I don't know why, but they use it as a logo to say, I'm swinger, you might be too, you know the code.
Right.
But can you, would an actual pineapple in your buggy upside down send the same message?
It would.
Or
that's what.
Or would it just mean
confusion?
My pineapple fell over in my buggy?
Right.
Absolutely.
It is hard to get them to stand up.
The reason this come up is people didn't know that this was a deal, and different seasons and like we'll put a flag out that has a pineapple on it or different kinds of fruits and stuff like that. Just being festive and not meaning anything by it other than that.
Mm-hmm.
And evidently, some people bought some flags that had the upside down pineapple. Or had pineapple as decorations on their front porch. And people told them, hey, look, just a heads up, you may be sending the wrong message there.
What a crazy accident.
And so I will say this, because of that, I've actually started looking in grocery stores to see, and I've yet to see it.
I'm going to go back to this again.
Are you saying you're